the WFL Draft.
Ich geh hinaus in die Stadt mit Freunden an meiner Seite. Kaffee in der Hand, wir lachen. Jede Stunde eine Freude. Oh, das Leben tanzt mit mir. In Berlin, wo alles passiert. Vergangenheit, die wir nicht vergessen. Jede Nacht ein neues Essen. Wir springen rum im S-Bahn-Wagen. Lieder singen, ja, wir wagen. Die ganze Nacht am Mauerpark. Sonnenuntergang, ein bunter Spaß. Oh, das Leben tanzt mit mir. In Berlin, wo alles passiert. Vergangenheit, die wir nicht vergessen. Jede Nacht ein neues Essen. Die Wärme vom Sommer, die Freude im Herzen. Wir träumen von Zukunft, keine Ängste und Schmerzen. Spontan nach Potsdam, am Schloss vorbei. Die Freiheit im Kopf, wir fühlen uns frei. Oh, das Leben tanzt mit mir. In Berlin, wo alles passiert. Vergangenheit, die wir nicht vergessen. Jede Nacht ein neues Essen. Ein deutsches Mädchen voller Schwung. Lebt ihren Traum, bleibt ewig jung. Das Lächeln von Berlin, so süß und klar. Zusammen lachen, das ist wunderbar.
Hello, everybody. We are still setting up. So I'm gonna talk since, we need some kind of content going on here. Let's see, I'm gonna pull up some things here. Give me 1 second to do that. I am going to pull up this. I am going to pull up the website. So for everyone watching, this is our website. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and go there. We have plenty of pages. We have our store page, not a store on the website. The store is a separate page because I can't do that yet. I can try, but I'll see if that's possible or not. FWD Films page, that one's maybe going through a little bit of a difference. If you saw the last one, roleplay is still coming. Sports is so far. We got the WFL teams on here. You can see our divisions: Arusha, Batter, Lyon, Palermo, and the PFC South. You got New Jerusalem City, Paris, Cork, and Dublin in the PFC North. You have the PFC East with St. Catherine, Malmo, Lisbon, and Madrid. You have the PFC Central with Sarajevo, Atlanta, New England, and Seattle. You got WFC Europe with Helsinki, Warsaw, Zurich, and Berlin. You got the WFC West with Tampa, Los Angeles, Boise, and Denver. You got the WFC Orbital with Tombstone, Wallerock, Dallas, and Arisdale. And you got WFC Global with New Jerusalem, Stockholm, and Springfield. So a little taste of the things there. We also have updates. We have the updates page. You can sign up for the weekly newsletter. You can come here and see the weekly blog. You can see our events coming up. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. We're not going to do too much of a big celebration. We're just, we're a little bit set back. When you can see WFL preseason starts November 30th and ends December 15th. So if we're going to have a few games there, we're going to do 2 streams in that time. And then you have the Christmas celebration that lasts from December 1st to December 25th, obviously. And you have the WFL Christmas Day game. I don't think we'll be on streaming for that one, but I think we will be streaming. I think my current idea for that is probably I'm going to try to get the game streaming and we're probably just going to go ahead and try to get that one. Okay, let me collect my thoughts. So we're gonna. What my current plan is I'm gonna try and stream that one without being on, because I don't really want to stream on Christmas because I'm gonna be doing things. But I think we might have a stream going that will be about the game, or the game will be live streamed, is what I'm trying to say. I can't think straight, can't talk straight. We're a little bit behind. Apologies for that. But the gist of it is I think I'm going to try to turn on the commentators in the game, have them commentate, and then we'll stream the game, but me and Siegel and all that won't be on here, is my plan. If that makes any sense to anybody through all the words I just said, that's my plan, is hopefully turn on the game and have it stream, but we won't be on streaming that one. We will be on streaming the preseason games and the normal games, but we might just be streaming that one. And if that works, maybe we can try doing other games like that. So maybe the WFL regular season, we can have a few games that work like that. It's an idea I literally just came up with right before turning on the stream. So don't take it for anything serious, but maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. So if that's interesting to you guys, maybe you'll see that. We can look back on it on the other stream. That'll give us a chance to do a little bit more. But I probably can only do 2 or 2 games that aren't us actually streaming on that, if that makes any sense to anybody. I could probably only do like a few games, since obviously some of the games would be taking place at the same time and I can't do that personally. But yeah, just due to limitations and all that, we're not like a massive corporation or anything. We're not like a massive group that has millions of dollars behind it. We're a few teenagers, and one of us pays for everything, and I make, you know, I don't make like $1 million a week, so I can't, you know. I forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna check up on our progress, and I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. We're still setting up, I believe. Let me just check in there. Yeah, we're almost done setting up, so I'm going to look at something else on stream here for everybody. That way we have some things. We are going, so yeah, we're taking a little bit of time to set up. It's hard to do all of this. Believe it or not, it's not easy to like put in the effort. I'm blanking on words at the moment. Just trying to figure out what to do. So I apologize if this is a little unorganized like the first one, but once we actually get into the stream and get into the actual draft part, it will be just like last one. It's just a little bit confusing for all of us right now, just because different thing. I'm going to put this on full screen. Here's the store, everybody. I showed you this last time. I think soon I'll probably put up a YouTube poll to see what you guys want next on shirts. If you have any ideas for what we should put on a shirt, I can't put like just like anything on a shirt, but like if you see any like logos or like if you want a team shirt from any of the sports teams or anything like that, put it in the chat or vote on it later, or I'll probably take suggestions for the chat. So if you're watching and you see a shirt idea you want to see, put it in the chat. That way we actually know what to put in the shirts, what shirts to put on. We have a few things on here, a few Manning Gray, or one of the Manning Gray shirts, and all of the different FWD logo merch. So go ahead and get some FWD logo merch, everybody, because we've already, me and Presley each have some merch from the store. So if you want to get your own merch, you can, and it feels great. From what I've had, it's not bad merch. So, and I guess a little update on Manning Gray. I'm still working on that. It's on its way. I'm going to start doing one today. The thing about the Manning Gray is that as time goes on, I've found new, better ways to make it. I think I said this last time, but there is a little bit better of a way than I was originally going to make it. If you saw the little teaser thing that I posted earlier, it was originally going to be like that. It's just going to be like the audio plus some AI pictures over it, and it wasn't going to be amazing because it was going to be a little bit hard to tell and all that. So I'm pivoting over, and I'll just say it. We're going to do more of an audiobook style thing. That's one of the only ways I can get it to work right now. I have one other way, but that's bigger and more extravagant, and it's going to take a little bit longer. It's going to be at least a year or so before I can actually get that one out. So more of an audiobook is what we're going to do, and that'll come out soon enough. We also might not post that World War III recap video we were going to do because I don't know what the deal is with filming and all that. We all have lives and we can't all just drop everything to do anything. So, scheduling conflicts and all that. We're going to post, we are going to stick to our daily shorts. We are going to stick to the daily or the weekly videos. Don't worry, we're still going to have content on the channel. Just depends on what content will be out. I can't say for certain because it's kind of hard to guarantee anything when you're at our stage. Again, none of us are getting paid yet for any of this. Like, we haven't even gotten monetization on the YouTube, and the only way for us to get money is the merch right now. And That's not like a direct thing from our work or whatever. That's like a separate revenue source. Yeah, so it's not easy on our part to get all this stuff done, but we are getting it done. You will have content. Don't fret. Don't worry. So with that, I think we're ready. Let me just check in. So we're about ready to go? Okay. I was talking to Siegel right there, so he's about to join. So we are about on our way. Let me screen. No, don't play it. Don't play the timer yet. So yes, apologies for, oh, it's playing again. Stop playing. Okay, we're almost, I keep pressing the S button to speak on Discord, but I don't do that here.
Hello?
Is there a word echo there?
What'd you say?
I kind of hear like an echo on your thing. Is that just me?
I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, we're about to go. That means we're about ready to go. So I'm going to play the intro for everybody, and then we will get going. So enjoy the draft, everybody.
Welcome to the WFL Draft.
Welcome, everybody, to the fourth and final round of the WFL Draft.
Yeah, hello.
So we are about, what's the word? Let's start the draft. Batter is now on the clock. Wait, don't. Almost gave them a little disadvantage there. So welcome, everybody, to the WFL Draft. Round 4. This is the last round of the draft before we get into the season. We will be streaming on sometime between November 30th and December 15th. We'll be doing 2 streams in there. Which do you think days would be best for you, Siegel?
For like streaming the games?
Streaming the games, we're going to do 2 streams from November 30th to December 15th, most likely on the weekends.
And you said which times work best for me?
Yeah, which days and times work best for you? That's the preseason. So which of those things do you think works best for you?
I mean, so when in December are these games?
From the 30th of November, so the last day of November, to December 15th.
Okay.
So the first game being played on the 30th and the last game being played on the 15th. Which of those days? It's about 3-ish weeks, I think. So
yeah.
just curious.
Maybe like maybe like Friday the 6th or Saturday the 7th work the best.
All right, that's probably when we'll be streaming on the preseason. And Batter has made their pick.
Batter has taken for their first pick Reynaldo Fields, a linebacker from Wheatland State with a C ranking.
A nice linebacker pick there from Batter. Next on the clock is Arusha. We're finally back in the normal picks of the draft. So the first round was all normal, but that stream was kind of a mess. The second stream, Boise had 2 picks, but that was also a little bit messy from what happened there. And then The third stream, we had 3 Arusha picks, and it was a pretty good stream, I think. That went better than the other 2. And now we have today, we have the 4th round, and this is going to be a good stream, and every pick is going to be exactly where the teams earned it.
Yeah.
We also might see some news and free agency. Speaking of free agency, we actually did have some moves made, if I can pull those up here. Let's see, WFL.
Yeah, I know Arusha made several moves prior to the draft, building up their team. Like signing a all-star free agent, Cypher Collin.
That's true. Sifo Collin, he was in the original Olympics. We'll update everyone on the Olympics after this draft. It's been a little hectic, but I think we'll update everyone soon on that because those games are about closing to an end.
Yeah.
No stream for that though. I've don't have enough ready for that for a stream, so we're gonna have to skip the Olympic stream again. We'll figure out how to do an Olympic stream in the summer because that's kind of hard to do, to be honest. And Arusha has made their pick.
Arusha has taken Ryan Wyatt, a defensive back from Berlin Tech with a C+ ranking.
Okay, and next on the clock is who?
Springfield.
Springfield is now on the clock. And the other free agent signings, New England signed James Victor, Chad Wilkerson, and Keon Rivera. Chad Wilkerson, a big signing name. He was on that Boise team that went to the playoffs last year. That's a big loss for them.
Yeah.
That I think it was Wayne Robinson and Chad Wilkerson on that defense. Now it's just Wayne Robinson. We'll see if Boise actually does as well this year, or if they're going to drop a little bit because of that big loss.
They might drop a bit, but yeah.
Probably not crazy. For other teams that could make a bigger splash this year and come back from their losses, one example would be Los Angeles. I don't know what happened with them last year, but they have plenty of talent on that team.
Yeah.
Also, Stockholm, I feel like they will make a bigger deal this year because they have a lot of talent. Also, for some reason, didn't work out. Possibly to injuries. Can't remember if Stockholm had major injuries, but there's one I forgot about that actually took their season out. And with that, Springfield has made their pick.
Yeah, Springfield, they have taken Chung Cisneros, a defensive back from Wuhan State, with a C- ranking.
And next on the clock is Palermo. I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
And so let's see. Yeah, so New Jerusalem still going strong with their roster. Still have a lot of guys. They did just have a quarterback retire, though. Their MVP quarterback. I can't remember the name of for some reason.
Yeah.
Look that up real quick. Yeah, they just had a big retiring. Actually, we had a few retirements recently. Sam McCormick on the Denver Eagles. That was a pretty big loss for them. Yes, I have the list right here. Yes, Sam McCormick. Sean Stiller is the name of the New Jerusalem quarterback that they took Kent Foley in the draft to replace him. So we'll see if that works out for them. Wallerock lost Jim Wood to retirement, champion from that first Earth Bowl. Shane Hamilton on the Los Angeles Wings, they lost him. And Russell Harris on St. Catherine, defensive end, lost him to retirement too. So that was not great for those teams.
Yeah, not at all.
one thing is surprising. We haven't had any draft trades so far. A lot of the teams, there was one trade before the draft, and besides that, we didn't have any breakups or anything. Interesting there. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any mix-ups. And Palermo has just inputted their pick.
Yeah, Palermo, they have taken Odell Soto, running back from Jerusalem University.
Next on the clock, Warsaw. Yeah, so an exciting season ahead of us. We will have multiple streams. Again, I think we're going to do, I think how scheduling works, we can have like a few streams on Sunday, maybe like a few on another day. I don't know if we'll be streaming on one of those February Sundays.
Mhm.
Just out of role play real quick. I don't know if we'll be streaming on the Super Bowl. I don't know if anyone would be on to look at our streams. I think a majority of people would be looking at the Earth Bowl or would be looking at the Super Bowl when that comes out in real life.
Yeah, we wouldn't. I don't think we want to interfere those though. So we should probably like.
Maybe that can be a bye week for us. Announcers got to take a bye week too. I gotta go do something real quick. Can you control the stream for a second, Siegel?
Yeah, of course.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Warsaw has made their pick. Warsaw has taken Rory Lutz, a tight end from Tampa University with a C- ranking. And next on the clock will be Helsinki. Case.
And back, everybody.
Oh yeah, okay. So Palermo made their pick. Now Helsinki's on the clock.
All right. So let's see. Are you watching the stream right now?
Nope.
Okay, so that means we have 2 viewers.
Yeah. Hello, chat.
Hello, viewers. If you want to put some comments in the live chat, go ahead. If you want to get featured on the stream, we will do that. If you also just want to watch, that's also good with you. We have, what's the word? So, moving on to other topics for this season. The schedule will be announced not long after the draft ends. So, in the next few weeks, probably during the preseason, we'll see the schedule. And Helsinki has made their pick.
Yeah. Helsinki has taken Malik Neal, linebacker from Boston University with a C- ranking. And now Zurich will be on the clock.
And we're down to 1 viewer, so I guess somebody left. I don't know if that's the same person joining and leaving or if there's different people in, but we do have 1 viewer. So I don't know if that's 1 viewer sticking around or if that's multiple people joining and leaving and all that. How this works exactly, but we do have a viewer. So hello, viewer. So let's see. I'm a little out of it for a second because I had to go do that. So let's get back to talking about stuff. What do you find interesting so far about this year?
Okay. So, like, you mean football-wise or just in general?
Football-wise, so far.
Okay. So, I would say the most interesting thing so far that happened this year. You mean the before the season or like the whole year, like even the previous season.
You can include the previous season if you want to.
Well, the most interesting thing that happened would be the Super Bowl victory.
So what?
The Earth Bowl would have been the most interesting thing.
That what me and Presley streamed that one. I remember that was a pretty interesting Earth Bowl. And it seems it was Zurich on the clock.
Yeah.
Zurich has made their pick.
Yeah, Zurich has taken Daryl Woodward, offensive lineman from Butland University, with a C- ranking.
And with that, Berlin is on the clock. Let me get back into it for a second. Okay, so expansion teams making moves. Not that many yet. Not many expansion team moves yet, aside from Arusha. I would think that some of these expansion teams would start making some trades. Maybe we'll see that soon. But I would think a lot more of them would be making more moves.
Yeah,
The rosters.
most of them seem to have not made that many moves other than Arusha.
That is a good question. Or a good question is, I forgot. Something came to my mind and it just slipped out of my mind, and I don't know where it went. Probably on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
So, schedule. So out of the division games, we already know some of the ones we're going to be getting for those, obviously. Just because that's how it works. Every division plays each other every year. I am, for one, excited to see Lyon Arusha, because that would be an interesting matchup there.
Yeah. A new team versus an established team. And I do think that could be an interesting thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's also Arusha is one of the newer or the more moving expansion teams. They've made more moves. They've added more players than anyone else. So their chances of doing better this year are higher than the other teams.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Oh, and just in time, Berlin has made their pick.
Yeah, Berlin, they have taken Rolf Drake, a defensive back from Lincoln State, with a C- ranking.
And now we move into already established teams with Paris making or is on the clock. I apologize for yesterday. We did not stream yesterday because everyone was busy yesterday. Busy day, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We all had stuff going on from what I can tell. Nobody was free. So today, though, we are streaming and the draft is going. So once again, we all have lives. We all have things to do. We can't drop everything for every single thing. So sometimes plans will get dropped and moved, but we will stick to that daily short and weekly video schedule. So don't fret. That will be working. And we will still do the Bachelor stream around February. I think since we have so much time prepared for that one, we will be ready for that.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's other things we can talk about around FWD.
I mean, the basketball season is soon.
That's true. Basketball coming up soon. I
As
don't
well
know.
as the draft. Correct. Right?
What do you say?
No, the draft already happened. Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
but
draft already happened for basketball. Bahati Okori from Orlando was the top commodity in that draft. Funnily enough, the Bahati Okori from Orlando and the Dillon Brock from Orlando both went first overall.
Yeah.
Orlando did pretty good in college last year, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we just lost our one viewer.
Wow, that sucks.
Well, we do it, viewers and no viewers. And Paris has just made their pick.
Paris is taken Kenneth Williams, linebacker from Porto Tech with a C- rating.
And with that, New England is on the clock. Let's think about a few of those earlier taken players, shall we? Because there's a few interesting names up there.
Wait, what?
The players taken in the first round. Let's talk about some of them real quick.
Oh, okay.
First of all, Dillon Brock. Again, he took the record for fastest 40 dash time.
Mm-hmm.
Have to look that up.
For a quarterback, I don't see why that's necessary for a quarterback. But...
That is a good question. That is interesting. I don't know about his throwing ability, so maybe Batter didn't make the right pick. Maybe they did. We'll have to see how Batter does this season. But Quintin Fowler going second by Arusha, I would say a pretty good rounded player. A little harder on the passing just because he didn't have a lot of great receivers, so he had to do a lot of running in college, but I wouldn't say he's horrible at passing either.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider is Orlando also had a great rushing offense. They had Danny Aiden, I think his name was. Danny Aiden, we saw him get a touchdown in that little thing we did. Yeah, Danny Aiden, running back 16 from Orlando. We saw him get a touchdown when we looked at a little bit of game footage in the first round. He is a junior. Is the third year of college? Yeah, sophomore to junior. So he's a junior in college last year. He's going to be in the next WFL draft, so look out for him.
Yeah.
Next, and New England's made their pick.
New England has taken Thaddeus Hodge, wide receiver from Perth University with a C- ranking.
And with that, Wallerock is on the clock. That rhymed.
Yeah, I think you know today as well.
Wallerock is on the clock. That's kind of funny. Wallerock going into this season, they're going to go up against Tombstone, Dallas, and Arisdale. That's not an easy division right there.
Not at all.
Tombstone. That's 3 playoff teams from last year. And Wallerock did not do great. So one prediction I have for the season, Wallerock's going to keep falling. Going to drop a few games probably this season. They did just draft quarterback Dick Moore, however. So maybe they have some hope for the future.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be sitting behind their current quarterback, so he'll get some experience sitting behind there. Maybe we'll be talking about him in a few years, saying, oh, look what a good pick that was on Wallerock's part. Or maybe we'll be talking about him being a draft bust. You never know with these draft picks.
Yeah.
And Wallerock has just selected their player.
Yeah, Wallerock has taken Keith Shea, a defensive back from New Jerusalem with the C ranking.
Next on the clock is who?
I think I'm okay. Let me just next on the clock with Tampa.
Tampa's on the clock next. Tampa got a few good players. They got, I think, Timmy Barnes and Kafil Ali. Talked a little bit about that the past few rounds, but that could be a good duo going on.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
We could see Tampa doing better in the next few years. They're in that division with Los Angeles, Boise, and Denver. A few underperforming teams last year, aside from Boise. Yeah, so their main competition is that Boise Buffalo team who just lost Chad Wilkerson, and 2 teams that were supposed to do better last year that didn't. So they could either have a really good season or a really hard season. My money, however, is moving towards more of a good season. It could be interesting, that division going forward. And let's talk about probably the most up for grabs division, the WFC Europe. All expansion teams. Who do you think is going to win that one?
Wait, out of the expansion team divisions?
Out of the WFC Europe, that is the only division. It's Helsinki, Warsaw, Zurich, and Berlin. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I honestly don't know. But looking at the draft picks, so you said Helsinki, Zurich, Berlin, and who?
Warsaw.
Warsaw. Looking at the draft picks, I'd have to say probably. Probably Berlin.
That would make somewhat sense. They are all established teams, at least. And Tampa has made their pick.
Berlin, I'm sorry. Tampa has taken Leo Landry, a linebacker from Geneva, with a C-1.
Another linebacker. We've had a few of those go already. Next on the clock is Seattle. Seattle, they took Jonathan Conrad, a minor college there, Montgomery, not one of the top colleges, more akin to a Division I lower. So it was interesting he got up here so high. Wonder how he'll do this season with Seattle. I don't think Seattle is famous for their defense or anything like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so either.
I can check real quick if they did anything amazing with that defense. He will be joining T.Y. Keene, the all-star at defensive end position 91. So they have a pretty good defensive line. They have a pretty average linebacker and defensive backs. So they're an okay defense. They're not horrible, but Jonathan Conrad definitely helps them out there. I think T.Y. Keene might be the only other star on Seattle. No, not star. They have a few other guys, but that might be the only one who's also an all-star. And I have a feeling all-stars are going to be plenty helpful considering all the all-stars in the league. And Seattle has made their pick.
Yeah, Seattle has taken Alfonso Juarez, defensive back from Dillon Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock, Denver.
Yeah. Does Denver have any good chances this season?
I will check real quick. Denver. They were mediocre last season. They do have a pretty good defense. They have Jamie Daniels at free safety, Alexander Jennings at cornerback, Marlon Hubbard at middle linebacker, Maurice Duncan at defensive end, Teddy Frank, Victor Tanker, and Lawrence Bennett on the offensive line, Tom Jones at tight end, and those are all their all-stars. That's not even counting stars.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened with them last season, but they have an amazing potential. Part of it may just be that a lot of those guys are aging.
Yeah. I think in the coming seasons there will be some more retirements.
Yeah, I was just about to say those other retirements I read off earlier. It's surprising all these guys have been going as long as they have.
Yeah, I think the majority of the players that were here from the very start will be retiring in the coming seasons.
We might see a whole lot of retirings. We actually have a few more retirings right after this draft that are going to be announced because a few of the teams need some space for draft picks, and a lot of the guys have a little bit of are getting a little bit older. So there's a few players who will be retiring right after this draft to make some space, and because there's that much not much left in the tank for them. But that's not going to be too many stars. But a lot of these stars going to end up retiring sooner or later. That Denver defense is going to be retiring all of them pretty soon. Tom Jones is going to be retiring.
Yeah.
The linemen are probably going to be retiring. They don't have a lot of people left. And Denver just made their pick.
Yeah. Denver has taken Oren Former, running back from Ground Force Academy with the C ranking.
Next on the clock is Cork. Arisdale, I know we're on Cork, but speaking of another expansion team from that first expansion season where we had expansion teams, Arisdale, a little bit shocking to me how they got into the playoffs, considering they have one All-Star. Kyler Payne is their one All-Star, and they don't have too many other guys worth mentioning on that team.
Yeah.
So it's a little funny how they made the postseason, but that is pretty interesting. Maybe we need to look again at Arisdale, see if any of those guys are actually worth talking about more. We've missed a few of them. But a lot of them aren't rated All-Stars, but maybe that'll change. I don't know if the new All-Star rankings have come out yet, so maybe we'll see if any of them get added. I would imagine some of them will at least.
Mm-hmm.
Two teams left. And Cork has just made their pick.
Yeah. Cork has taken Jesus McMillan, offensive lineman from Tampa University with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Dublin.
Dublin is now on the clock.
You okay? You okay? You just had a bad cough there.
Yeah, now I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. Going into this, okay, let's go in here. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go look in here and get some more stats from here. So the season will be. I'm blanking again.
Do we have a schedule yet for the season?
No, that's the thing. I'm gonna on a practical level, on the actual like behind the scenes level of this, I need the draft to be over so I can fix all the rosters and put them in. Then we can have our schedule. We still need to figure out, are we going to use the schedule in the game, or are we going to use a different schedule that we make up ourselves?
Are you able to change the schedule in the game?
We are not able to change the schedule in the game, but it is questionable how we're going to get the schedule in, how easy it would be to actually make a schedule outside of that, because from the past years, I've had a little bit of difficulty dealing with that.
Yeah, I think
And
we just use the schedule in the game then.
yeah, I think it's mostly just because we don't have the same layout as last year, so we can't use the same things we used last year.
Yeah, of course.
So it's going to be a little bit harder to make a schedule outside of that.
Yeah.
And Dublin has just made their pick.
Dublin has taken Grant Newman, linebacker from Melbourne Christian with a C ranking.
Next on the clock, Stockholm. Team there that definitely should be doing better this year.
Yeah, they should do better this season, I believe.
They just picked up Seymour Hernandez from Nanjing State, I think. I think it was Nanjing State. I know it was Seymour Hernandez. So he's going to help that defense, which already has Dolph Svensson and Deshaun Kim on it. So no lack of a defense there. So, and then their offense still building, but is still good.
Yeah.
I think that may be their main thing, is their offense needs to get a little bit better.
Yeah, I think their main thing is their offense needs to get a little bit better.
I think that may be their main thing, is their offense needs to be a little bit better. I think that may be their main thing, is their offense needs to get a little bit better. but it's nothing to laugh at. So, we have too much dead air already, so we need to find out something to talk about, or else this isn't going to be a very good stream.
Yeah.
Let's just touch on that schedule. I'm just going to talk about the real statistics, not the in-role play statistics or whatever of how we're actually going to do it. So we obviously, if we use the in-the-game schedule, then they'll do the schedule for us, and we can still watch any game we choose. But the thing is, I will have to sim every single, or I have to actually have every single game play out on my computer. So to make use of that, we can stream a few of them without us actually being on. So the question there is, how are we gonna? Whoa! Stockholm's just made their pick.
Yeah, Stockholm has taken Greg Woods, defensive back from Bern, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem. Okay. I don't know, I'm just trying to think of what to talk about here.
Yeah, it's a little hard, but we talked a lot last stream, and so now there's a lot. I don't know how much we can talk about without being redundant.
Yeah.
Let's say, let's talk about a few unrelated things, since there's a few unrelated things we can touch on. The Man in Gray. What is your opinion so far on that project?
I think it's a cool project.
Yeah, so at some point we are going. I think I told the stream we're actually going to be moving styles. We're going to be trying out audiobook style for the projects, and there's
Yeah.
another secret style of project we're going to be doing, at least the Man in Gray, and also, but that's going to take a little bit longer. And that's going to be a little bit more expensive. In the meantime, I'm actually going to move more towards an audiobook style.
All right.
I think that would still be entertaining, no?
Yeah.
I think I'll probably just audio narrate the audiobook and then add a few sound effects and a few voice things to make it get people in the experience. But that was already going to be the strong suit of the Man in Gray originally anyway. So now it's just going to be the entirety of it.
Yeah.
And Jerusalem has made their pick.
Jerusalem has taken Ty Beard, a linebacker from Tombstone Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next up, Malmo on the clock. You were going to say something before they made their pick?
I think I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, it sucks. Sorry for interrupting you like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Man in Gray will be coming out. I'm gonna work on it today. So if I know a lot of people do seem to be waiting for the Man in Gray. A lot of polls and stuff has been pointing to actually people do want to see the Man in Gray.
Yeah.
So I would say there is at least some interest for it. So for the people that are interested in it, don't worry about it. It is coming and it's gonna be good. I promise. I don't want to make a promise I can't keep, but that just shows you how confident I am in this.
Yeah.
It's so hard to talk about things when you don't know what to talk about.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Let's talk about the website, I guess. What are your plans for that?
For the website?
Yeah, I guess since you're going to be doing the website, I guess we can get people. We're going to have to answer that question after this because Malmo's just made their pick. But
Malmo has taken Paris Howe, defensive lineman from Texonia, with a C ranking.
next on the clock is Los Angeles. So yeah, just some plans you have for the website so far. Any brainstorm ideas you have?
Okay, so
If you don't have any ideas yet, you can brainstorm some while we're on stream.
yeah, I'm trying to just think of some things that I could do.
I can say that the roleplay page and the TikTok and subreddit pages are not done yet. So that may be one area you can find something to do there.
Yeah,
We probably should move the TikTok and subreddit pages into the social media page since Presley's going to be taking care of that all together.
hmm
I know there is like a little thing where you can input codes and stuff into it, HTML or whatever it's called. So if you find like maybe if there's some way to get like an HTML code from those, you can add those, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, I could do that probably.
And Los Angeles has just made the pick.
Yeah, Los Angeles has taken Dalton Bates, offensive lineman from Tombstone, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Atlanta. Yeah, we're gonna do another draft. That's the other thing about the game is if we use the game schedule, do we use the draft from that game or do we go back to our system? Because they're gonna have a very different system than we do.
Wait, you mean about the new game?
No, not the Maximum Football. I'm talking about the Access Football we usually use. We're gonna still use that one for the WFL. So the question is, do we use that draft? Because we can't input custom players from what I know. And
You can't input custom players?
I don't think you can input custom players to the draft there, no.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Gonna redo the draft or what? Am I?
Well, that's the thing. They don't have the draft for the first year. So when you go into franchise mode, you only have the draft for your second year. So question is, do we go back to this format next year or do we use their draft? How does that work? What are we gonna
Like for the next year.
Yeah, for next year's draft. It always is a question because obviously it would be nice to not have to set all this up ourselves, but then we also lose that level of control and how much of that is better to do it ourselves.
I mean, I don't see. Is there like any other way? Like, we might just have to.
I think maybe if I can get that other draft site working, we can do that.
Yeah, but how would we input that into Access Football?
Well, I think if the other way we could do it is we just do franchise and then click off of franchise and edit everything and then start a new franchise each year and keep track of the player ages and stuff outside of franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So like we essentially customize the roster before every season to make sure everything's good and ready. Then we input it into franchise and let it run there. And then take it out of franchise next and update the rosters in that cycle. That is only that.
I mean, that might be a little complicated. So,
Atlanta was on the clock.
Yes.
Atlanta's just made their pick.
They took Jody Hahn, an offensive lineman from Dixieland State, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock, New Jerusalem City.
Yeah. New Jerusalem.
yeah, we're gonna have to figure out details and stuff of how we're gonna get this done.
I think it might just be better to use the games draft.
Yeah, I think that's probably better. That will also keep track of. That's the problem, is that with hockey and basketball, they have good games. There are pixel games, so I don't know how much we can do on stream, but they're like fully customizable. Every detail is in there from quality games. It's really good games. And football, there's not really a game that does that.
Yeah.
Like, you can input your teams and you can try, but a lot of it you have to do yourself because it's not easy to make custom football stuff. And for baseball, I haven't heard of anything out right now that actually lets you do that at all. There's one game, Bitball or something like that. That one's coming out soon, but again, that's soon.
Yeah.
Of course, they always have the Maddens and the show MLB the shows and all that, but I don't know how. I know for a fact I don't think Madden's very good for customization. So
No, it's not very good for customization.
So I don't know about MLB the Show or NBA 2K or whatever. I've heard they're better. I don't know how much better they are though. So that's kind of a problem when you want to do what we're doing. New Jerusalem City has made their pick.
They have taken Trenton Rose, defensive lineman from Tombstone State, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock, St. Catherine. Then again, that's the challenge of, I guess, YouTube, is finding out how to actually make content that is yours without making bad content. Or I guess another way to put it is make good content, but also you're the only person that can make that content. I guess that's what separates the bad YouTubers from good YouTubers. If it was easy, I guess it wouldn't be worth doing.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
will
no,
find a way, because
Yeah.
that's the problem. I'm very confident in my storytelling abilities. The difficulty is it's very hard to get storytelling videos out fast. And we need content on the channel. So it's the other stuff you fill in that I'm not confident my own abilities for, because I'm not I haven't tried and what's the word? I haven't been learning about that and learning a bunch of stuff about that and practicing it a lot as much as I have telling stories and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Also, about the World War III video, when are you guys gonna film that?
at this point, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Cryptic. I may have to try and do it without him because I don't know if he has any room in his schedule right now for that.
Okay. St. Catherine has made their pick.
They have?
Yeah. They've taken Christopher McKenzie, linebacker from Dixieland Christian, with a C- ranking. And next on the clock will be Tombstone.
All right. So let me think. Yeah, that's another thing. We need to figure out more content we can upload to the channel.
Also,
We're gonna
with the World War III video, do you think I could join the filming for that?
I think so. I think are you free later after this stream?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'm sick, I don't have to go to school tomorrow.
So I guess I'll try. I don't. Well, I'll have to ask Cryptic if he would be okay with us filming it without him. I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mean to say too many things about people on stream while they're not here. I don't want to talk about people behind their back or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to be respectful and all that. But I haven't heard from Presley in the last few days. or yesterday and today, I have not heard anything for Presley.
I mean, yeah, I've seen him online, but he's not interested in anything.
Yeah, but I have not seen Presley online, so I that's one thing I don't for the social media. I don't know when that's happening or anything. So if nothing gets posted to social media, I'm in the dark about that right now. I just want to say to the stream, I don't mean to. I do want to emphasize the fact that we are all again busy. None of us are getting paid for this, so it should not be an expectation that we're all going to meet schedule and that because we have no pay obligation. So it's not a bad thing that Presley's not on or anything. I just, as far as that goes, I can't give any updates because I don't know. I don't mean to throw any shade or anything. I'm just saying, as far as that is, I don't know. Next team has made their pick. It was Tombstone.
Yeah.
Tombstone's made their pick.
They've taken Bernard Murray, a defensive back from Ferrando with minus ranking.
Next on the clock is Madrid. Yeah, I'd like to just say that I don't mean to throw shade on anyone. If I say anything on stream about someone, I don't mean it mean-hearted or anything. That's not who I am. So, yeah, but I will say there's scheduling stuff I am not in control of. Again, yesterday everyone was busy. We were all busy doing different things. I'm not even on all the time. So I don't mean to say that in a bad way. I haven't been able to communicate with many people recently. I've obviously talked with Siegel recently. We're talking right now, but I've been in somewhat communication with Cryptic. He's definitely been busy the last few days, so he's actually he's got stuff to do. But as far as the social media stuff goes, I can't say anything about that because Presley's just been. I talked with him a little bit about it. He said he would do it, and I just haven't seen anything from him since. So he does intend on doing it. He will do it at some point, but I just can't say to when. I'm not in Presley's schedule.
Yeah. Okay. Apparently we have someone that joined the stream. Tombstone is on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, Tombstone is on the clock for the viewer who just joined. Tombstone is on the clock, and they're about to.
Never mind. The person left.
Oh, well. Now Tombstone just made their pick.
Yeah, Tombstone has taken Bernard Murray, a defensive back from. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, sorry. Madrid. Madrid was on the clock.
Madrid.
Yeah. Madrid has taken Melvin Holloway, offensive lineman from Arizona Tech, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Arisdale. Maybe that's why they left. They knew somehow that somebody's back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's not one of us, is it?
No, not me. Oh, they've gone again.
That's the question. Is I don't know how to say because the stream is a little bit delayed from when we're talking to when it goes to YouTube and people see it. So maybe they're joining at the wrong times.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't even see us talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just schedule. Obviously, people will see this afterwards, so they'll be able to see everything. But yeah, scheduling conflicts, I guess, is the right word for it. There's a lot of that going on in FWD. I'm not going to say that I'm not guilty of that. I definitely do that sometimes. Sometimes I'm just not on for weeks at a time. So I can't say anything. It's also winter, start of school season, and again, we're all teenagers pretty much, so that we can't really help school. That's a lot of our lives at this point are out of our control, so we can't guarantee we'll be somewhere when we can't, Arisdale just made their pick.
Yeah, Arisdale has taken Lyman Key, linebacker from Hartford Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Lyon. Yeah, so Presley, if you see this, message me because I've been trying to get in contact with you and I have not been succeeding in that. Aside from that, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, we're really the only people on. There's another thing. If you see this stream and you think you could do live streaming and all that with the possibility of getting pay in like the future, not like salary, like you get this much money per week, but like you could get like a profit or a percentage of profits and all that. If anyone on the stream or if anyone sees this and thinks, oh, I could do that, I guess come to the server and talk to us.
Yeah.
We could definitely use some help if anyone's interested. There's no immediate pay, so I can't promise anything, and there's not going to be like weekly pay. I'm the only person who pays for. I think I might be the only person with a job in FWD and outside of FWD, and I only make a little bit of money per week. I don't make enough to pay anybody else anything.
Yeah.
I can't like spend a single, like I can't afford to make anybody else's salary. So, you know, until FWB starts making money, I can't promise anything. But if you would be interested in joining now and helping us get there, then that offer's on the table. And Lion has just made their pick.
Lion has taken Renato Blackwell, tight end from Ballarat State, with a C rank.
Next on the clock is Boise. But yeah, as I was saying, if anyone's interested and you think it would be cool to join a startup company, I guess we're not a company yet, but we're trying to be. If anyone is interested and thinks you could go on live streams or manage a social media or a merch store or a Discord server or anything like that, and you would be willing to work for free-ish of starting out, let us know.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like a teenager or something, because there's the extra benefit of being able to start up on a job. Because again, we're all teenagers, which is why we're doing this for free. If we were all adults, I guarantee we'd be doing something else. But so I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of at a loss to what to say right now. It's been a little difficult trying to make sure the schedule gets finished and all that.
Yeah.
Just a little tired from making videos and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll probably try to do the WW3. Now that I think about it, did Cryptic mean World War III or did he mean World War V but thought that was World War III?
Honestly, it might even be the second.
Because our most recent was like World War V. There's been 3 world wars in FWD, I should say, not in real life, but there's been 3 world wars that happened in FWD only.
Yeah.
So I wonder which one he meant.
Yeah. Also, Boise has made their pick. Chad Hensley, from a defensive lineman from Perth University, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Sarajevo. So I guess still look out for that video. I guess we probably can still make it. It also should be said, I don't know how much more hours I have on StreamYard, which is what we used to stream. I will have to see how much more of that I am allowed to do on my thing.
Okay. Well, hold on, I'll be back just a second.
All right. So hello to everyone on the stream. Nobody at the moment, but you get what I'm doing. Yeah, this stream is a little bit of a downer stream, I won't lie. I apologize to anybody who is expecting more from this one. Then again, it is the 4th round of the WFL draft. Most people turn off drafts after the first round is over. So, but who knows? Maybe this one gets super famous or something. I don't know. I doubt it, but I will be doing the pick announcing until Siegel gets back, obviously. And Sarajevo's just made their pick. Sarajevo has taken Israel Curry, defensive lineman from Tallahassee Tech, a C+ rating. Dallas is now on the clock. But yeah, if you want to support FWD, go to the merch store. It would definitely help us out if we can actually get some merch sales, because that would help us get more money, and then we could put more money in FWD. Yeah, we are. There's one benefit of supporting FWD, and that's we're an independent thing. We're not a big studio. So if you're someone who doesn't like big studios and would prefer to see more stuff from smaller creators, then I guess there's that. It's not a perfect sales pitch, but I'm not able to make a perfect sales pitch right now because we don't have one. Yeah, we still are pretty small. We do have a lot of subscribers, I should say. For our channel, we have we gained a subscriber again, it looks like. So we have 335 subscribers. So, it's not bad, I should say. It's not a bad number. It is small, but it's not bad. That means we do have an audience. So I'm not going to pretend like, oh, we have no subscribers, but I'm also not going to pretend like, oh, we have 1 million subscribers. We have 335. That is the number. It's not bigger, not lower. That's a good chunk of people, though. That if you had that many people in a room, that'd be a pretty full room. Dallas has just made their pick. They have taken Chung Vega, defensive back, Wheatland Christian, C rating. It also says Arusha. I think they might have. I don't know why that's there. But that was Dallas's pick. Next on the clock is Lisbon. But yeah, we're obviously my hopeful goal of the future would be to be able to make movies and such. But as you viewers can probably tell, that's not on the immediate schedule for us, because that's a lot of money. That's why I would prefer making a book, because you don't have to have as much money for a book. It's a lot more about what's inside the book than how much money you dump into it. Some can be said for movies too, but a good chunk of movies is just how much money can you pump into the movie. So, I apologize if this is a bit of a downer stream. I didn't intend it to be, and I don't feel down or anything. I should say I'm not depressed or anything. If I come off like that, it's just I'm a little bit tired right now. It's kind of late. I'm not super late, but it's not ideal stream hours, but it's what I have. I can't really do anything about that due to scheduling stuff. Again, it's kind of hard to pick exact days that I'm going to be free. I have my own responsibilities, my own job. So, it is what it is. Lisbon has just made their pick. Aurelio Hodge, wide receiver from Lisbon, a C- rating. They took a player from Lisbon. That's pretty interesting right there. A Lisbon player goes to Lisbon. He won't have to move very far. He will get to stay where he's already living. So that's cool. I promise the WFL game streams will be a lot better than the draft ones. We have a little bit more of a format there. We have something present to talk about that isn't a little bit like, oh, what can you really say about this? We didn't have an amazing amount of preparation for a draft stream. This is the first time we've ever done it. But the Bachelor stream and the WFL stream, those should all be great. Those should all be good because we know what we're doing. We know the format. We know what we're going to talk about. We know how to keep on track and all that. It's just this stream layout format, what we're doing here is a little new for us. So bear with us. Better streams are on the way. Again, the 30th, probably like I think you said the 5th or the 6th of December, we'll probably do more streams. So look out for those. Look out for those. Don't be surprised if we stream then. That's when we're streaming. Look out for streams. Don't ignore us because we will be doing more. And we will be doing daily shorts, daily weekly videos. Going to work on the video soon. And we already uploaded our daily shorts. We had 2 shorts today. Little thing I made. It's not. It's a little primitive what I did. I just put like 2 clips together, but it's kind of funny, I guess. And a little advertisement for this stream. And New Jerusalem has made their pick. Hayden Griffin, running back from Madrid, C-. Batter is now on the clock. I completely forgot to say that New Jerusalem was on the clock. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. What do I talk about now? Is there a way to create a winner? I guess I'll play a little countdown. No, that doesn't make any sense here. Do anything funky with the background? Ooh, look at that golden sunset background. That's kind of cool. I guess I can show you some more stream backgrounds. I guess I'll talk about that. We'll talk about what we will be doing in the future for WFL streams. So if you're interested in learning on that, here we go. We have college football layout. If you want to see college games, that's where it'll be. WFML, World Football Minor League layout right there. Hello, Siegel.
I'm back.
Awesome. And we also have the WWFL, Women's World Football League layout. And I believe Batter has just made their pick.
We're back to Batter? Okay.
Yeah.
Batter has taken Alex Duncan, tight end from Hamburg, with his C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Arusha. I'm showing them the layouts. I'm showing them a few of the layouts here.
Yeah.
Here's the Hot Sports one and also the Hot Sports theme. This will kind of be what we do for the Hot Sports one. These will probably be the ones that we're not commentating, that the game is commentating. Here's a little bit of the theme.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This one sounds like an intro to a show.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm not gonna lie. That theme sounds like an intro to like a show.
Yeah, it's gonna be the intro to our streams. Somewhat fitting.
I mean, like, you know what I mean, like
TV show?
Family Guy or something, you know?
Yeah. Here is INBC Sports, and here's a little bit of their theme. There's that, and we just in
Arusha has made their pick. Devon Norris from Marseille, offensive line with a C ranking.
Next up, Springfield is on the clock. And then we have CIN Sports. Here's a little bit of their theme. We didn't set the clock. Then we have Jesus and News. This would be their sports theme. And then, do we have a layout for Nordic Sports yet? Did I miss one?
Doesn't look like it.
Dang, I guess that we are missing one. I'll just put.
We'll have to work on that.
We still have the theme though here, so I'll play a little bit of that right after this pick. Though Springfield's just made the pick.
Springfield has taken Carmelo Avery, a defensive back from Cologne Tech, with a C- rating.
Next up on the clock is Palermo. So yeah, a little bit of the Nordic sports theme. So that will play on Nordic specific games. You've already heard the WFL theme. I'll play a little bit of that. So yeah, you've heard that plenty over the last few streams. That's some of the music we've been using. We also have WFL Sunday Prime Time. So this is like if you've seen the NBC Sunday Night Football, this is kind of a similar thing to what they have.
The air is warm. All my pals are rolling in. Got the grill fired up, feel the adrenaline. With every heartbeat, the excitement grows. We'll cheer our team till the final whistle blows. WFL Sunday Prime Time.
The next team,
Palermo has made a pick.
Palermo.
Zachary Mason, running back from Nairobi Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is yeah. So that's a little sneak peek for some of the future things to do, or we're gonna do. Yeah. I don't know if we'll be streaming basketball. That depends on how the things go. Maybe we'll see. It's possible. We definitely will be streaming football, though. We'll even try to get a few college streams, which is why we have the college logo there. That'll probably use the same theme as WFL. But yeah, that is something interesting everyone can look forward to. Anyways, on to the next topic, which is something I don't know. I guess it would be I guess we can try to talk about some of the future YouTube content coming out right after this pick. However, Warsaw's made their pick.
Yeah. So Warsaw has taken Garrett Mosley, wide receiver from Zagreb Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock, Helsinki. So I guess our World War III video may lead to more content like that. I was thinking a lot more of the channel content is going to be more like the we're on here talking, less of the we're not talking at all.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhat similar to these streams. We'll probably have a little bit more content like that. Because that might lend itself to be a little bit more entertaining. And we will have more to talk about there. We will edit stuff out, so it won't be too stream-like. So here's one question. If Cryptic's probably not going to join us,
Yeah.
which World War are we going to talk about?
I mean, the third one?
I guess we can do that. I don't know. That one's kind of closer to real life, so I don't know if we'll get demonetized or something for that. But we'll try it. We do need to explain some of that stuff. I was hoping to do that through what was it called? History of FWD. Maybe this is what History of FWD will be. Maybe we change it a bit because I can't exactly say that one's going to be on track for soon, but maybe that's what History of FWD will become, is us talking about history. Who's on the clock? Helsinki?
Yeah.
Helsinki's made their pick.
Yeah. Helsinki has taken Barry Harding, linebacker from Mogadishu, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Zurich.
Yeah, Zurich is Zurich. So
See, what else do I have here that I can talk about? That's the one challenge. I want to make sure everything we put on here is actually content about this channel, not like random things. Because there wouldn't be really a point in calling it FWD if it's just anything. Let's say dashboard deeper. I guess we can touch on. Dang. I guess what's some news going down in Tanzania?
about in Tanzania,
Yeah, that
well,
at the
the
moment.
elections for the Kufi Kiras, or basically the Parliament of Tanzania, will happen at the end of this year.
Well, that's cool. And the pick is in for Zurich.
Zurich has taken Guillermo Whitehead, quarterback from Lincoln State, with a C- ranking. I think that's how you say that.
Next on the clock is Berlin.
I apologize if I said that wrong.
Some names are weird, especially like what the like the really Italian ones I've noticed. Do it because originally it was Palermo, then it became Lisbon. A lot of those names are a little bit harder to pronounce. I wish I had more to talk about. Not just queued up here. That's probably something I should have prepared before the stream. So maybe that's how we prepare next time. We actually make more things to talk about. I don't know what else I can talk about without going into something that probably needs to be its own video. Kind of hard to generate stuff to talk about when you're the person who has to generate all the stuff to talk about. If you don't make stuff to talk about, then you don't have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
It's kind of why I was hoping I could get if you guys had more of the control of different parts, then we'd have more things.
I also wish there was more people on.
That's true. If we had more members active and we had more things going on to different things, there'd be a lot more to say on this channel. The pick is in for Berlin.
Berlin has taken Jonas Alvarez, defensive back from Addis Ababa, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Paris. Addis Ababa from Ethiopia.
Yeah, there's just missing an A between the B's. I got confused.
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to help FWD grow, please join the server, contact us, see if there's anything you can do, because
I mean, yeah, there's like 300 subscribers, and we have like less than 100 members in the server, so.
it'd also be nice if I could get people doing. That's the thing. It's also like most of those members don't do anything. Because a lot of people want to be like the leader of a country, and then they don't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the one guy that joined recently. Well, it was like a month ago at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would prefer like we have like 50 people join that are all like don't want to be leaders of countries and just do stuff outside of that versus
Yeah.
it'd also be nice to have some more variety too, because like I guess technically we do have something to talk about. There's that whole New England Civil War going on,
Actually, yeah, that is actually happening.
but this is not really the place or time for something like
Yeah.
that. And then that can't be the only thing we have. We need a little bit more variety.
Yeah, but no, as I said though, I still wish more of the subscribers just decided to join the server, you know?
Yeah, if you're oh, somebody just left as you said that. They didn't like being called out.
Yeah.
Uh, Paris has just made their pick.
Yeah. Paris has taken Xavier Maddox, defensive lineman from Athens Tech, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is New England. Speaking of New England, yeah, I guess do we want to stick to only WFL topics, or do you think we should just try and diverge just a bit so we can talk about
I
stuff?
feel like we should just diverge into whatever we can, like, whatever we just think of that is FWD related.
Well, in that case, something kind of big recently, I guess in Royal Talk,
Mm-hmm.
like things about Royals from FW.
Yeah.
I guess in Royal Talk, there is a new rumor spreading around that the French leader and Nordo-German leaders are dating.
Really? Like,
Like not like the people in real life, but like the
well, yeah, no, of course.
but the Cyrus of
Yeah, and
Nordo-Germany and Sophia Bonaparte of France. There's a rumor going around that they are dating.
interesting.
So there's that. that's kind of interesting to think about what repercussions could come of that if that is true. Like, what on earth would happen to the two countries? Possibly a uniting of them, which would just make would it be Nordo-German France, or would it be Nordo-French Germany?
Franco-Nordo-German Union.
Franco-Nordo-German. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
got
at that point, just call it the European Union.
Yeah, I don't know if there's I guess Empire at this point. The next pick is in from New England.
New England has taken Vincent Liu, tight end from Tokyo Tech. With the C.
Next on the clock is Wallerock. Wallerock is on the clock once again. So I guess there's also the superhero stuff happening.
Yeah.
I don't know how much information anyone else has about that, but what do you know so far?
I haven't actually looked into the superhero stuff for a while, so I can't say much about that right now.
Let's go into a bit of roleplay mode and talk about the superhero stuff as if it's actually happening. Because some of the stuff is obvious, Let's adopt a little bit of that attitude for this stream, just because I don't know how else to talk about it. So I guess there's another rumor about the royal family of Germany that apparently the man in gray. Well, no, wait, that doesn't work. Never mind. I was going to do something, but then I remember, no, wait, that doesn't work with the continuity.
Yeah.
So, who are some of the top candidates in Tanzania right now?
What do you mean?
Like, who are some of the top people running for elections? After Wallarks just made their pick, right after that.
Oh, okay. Wallerock has taken Cole Rowland, tight end from University of Belgrade, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Tampa. So who are some of those top politicians there in Tanzania?
Right. Okay. Some of the top politicians would be. Okay, so there would be Peter Werema from the Democratic Party, John Mutuma from the Christian Brotherhood Party, and then Abdullah Busara from the Umma Party, who is the current Amitukala, the supreme leader.
The Uno Party?
What?
Did you say the Uno Party, or did I mishear them?
Umma, like UMMA.
Sorry, what? How do you spell it?
UMMAH.
Yuma.
Yeah, Umma. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear that right at first.
There's some also other major parties that consistently gain seats, which would be the Swahili National Party, led by Sifu Juma, the Tanzanian Labour Party, led by Asani Jason, and the Tanzanian Eastern Orthodox Party, led by Shane Peter.
That's very interesting.
Also, there is another politician currently within the Swahili National Party, who is trying to raise funds to form a monarchist party within Tanzania.
Interesting. Next, Tampa has just made their pick.
Right. Tampa has taken Horatio Mays, defensive back from Oakland, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Seattle. I guess in politics, another country. So,
What about Jesus Land when they're their next elections?
oh yeah, I was about to talk about that. They are in their Senate and Congress. I think that's right. They're. Let me find it. They are in the elections for the Senate and Council of Representatives.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
they're in those elections right now. I think they're wrapping up recently.
Interesting.
Some of the main parties in Jesus Land, while we're on the topic of parties, are the main two are the classic liberal and progressive parties.
Mm-hmm.
Classic liberals support classic liberalism and like American republicanism, so typical laissez-faire economics.
Mm-hmm.
And the progressives support democratic socialism and progressivism, so a few more of the few farther left wing. The classic liberals are more of a right wing, progressives are more of a left wing party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Both established in 2048 at the founding of the nation. Real quick, Seattle's made their pick.
Right. Seattle has taken Cristobal Doherty. No, Doherty.
Doherty.
Yeah. What?
Doherty.
Doherty. Defensive lineman from Bucharest with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Denver.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are the two main ones, similar to like Republican, Democrat. Then a few of the major political parties. So this is like a step down, but still have a lot of representation.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberty Party supports fiscal conservatism, neoliberalism, similar to not exactly, I would say, libertarian, but a little bit closer to that, but not super, like not completely that. With the neoliberalism and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus Land Christian Party. They support Christian democracy, Christian libertarianism. They mostly put their votes in with the classic Liberal Party. There's the Socialist Party. I can't say that word because I don't know how to say it. Lassallism?
What is that?
It's some kind of ideology, and then Leninism are their models. Those are the major parties. There's three of them. The Liberty Party established 2048. The Christian Party established a little bit earlier, or later, 2052. And the Socialist Party is the newest out of all of those, established 2054.
Yeah.
Also, there's leaders. The leader of the Classical Liberal Party is Carlos Yesno, the current president of Jesus Land. And his main opposition is progressive leader Zachary Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the parties obviously throw their support behind other people and all that. Real quick, Denver has just made their pick.
Okay. Yeah, Denver has taken Nestor Hatfield, offensive lineman for Portland with a C- ranking.
All right, next on the clock is Cork. But yeah, going into the major political party leaders, you have Victor Rosen for the Liberty Party, you have Corey Foster for the Jesus Land Christian Party, and Joseph Hohenzollernbeck for the Socialist Party. You have the minor political parties, so a little bit less support than all the others. You have the Imperialist Party, led by Jamie Samuels. They are more about imperialism and neo-fascism. They're more of an independent thing, and they were founded in 2057. The Environmentalist Party, led by Erine Winters. They have eco-modernism and anti-consumerism. They were established in 2056. You have the Southern Union Party led by Robbie Grant. They're more liberal conservatism, libertarian conservatism. They're started in 2055. Then the Jesus Land Republican Party led by Kyan Hall, liberal democracy and conservative liberalism. They're established in 2056. Then you have state-based parties. These are a little bit down in things. They don't usually get like major seats, but they have like a few bigger seats. You have the Dixiecrat Party. It doesn't say they have a leader right now, so I guess there's a little bit of contention there. They're ethnic nationalism and democratic centralism, a little bit more to the left, and they're established in 2054. Then the newest party of them all, the Great Northern Party, led by Benjamin Director Forgeron. They are liberal conservatism and democratic socialism. They're established in 2061, a little bit more independent.
Speaking, the Cork has taken their player. Brooks Wood, linebacker from Anchorage Tech with the C ranking. Sorry for cutting you off.
No problem. I was just about to transition to that. Next on the clock is Dublin.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the current parties. There is
What about the former parties?
What?
What about the former parties?
The which ones?
The former parties?
Former parties. Yeah, there's also some of those. You have the New Progressive Party, no leader, obviously. They leaned into a little bit more anarcho-communism and Marxist revisionism. They were active from 2054 to 2062. They were added, or they left just a year after that. The Workers' Union, they were a little bit more into left communism and Western Marxism. They were active from 2046 to 2049 to 2059, so about 10 years for them. The Capitalist Party, they were into corporatism and corporate nationalism. They were running from 2056 to 2063. The Militarist Party, they were into stratocracy and expansionism. They were active from 2057 to 2061. Then you had the Isolationist Party. They were into isolationism and defensive democracy. They were around from 2057 to 2061, same years as the Militarist. That's when a few of those kind of issues popped up. I believe Dublin has just made their pick, so I'll continue in a second.
Yeah, Dublin has taken Rogelio Bradley, an offensive lineman from Lincoln State, with a C+ ranking.
Next on the clock is Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Yeah, then the other parties were the Lincolnia Republican Party, very liberal democracy and conservative liberalism. 2048 to 2062, they were kind of very similar to the Jesus Land Republicans. The Texonia Independence Party, they were into sovereigntism and civic nationalism. They were around from 2048 to 2062. Then you had West Coast Freedom. They were into revolutionary socialism and individualist arcanism. Is that how anarchism? Anarchism. They were around from 2058 to 2060.
Yeah.
Those are the defunct parties.
Interesting.
And it should be noted that just because a party gets put into different categories doesn't mean they can't change their categories. Like the Jesus Republicans used to be major, but now they're minor, and a few of the other, some parties move up, some down. So it does can change how big your party is depending on different factors.
Yeah.
One thing about Jesus Land politics specifically. Socialist leader Joseph Hohenzollern. Don't know how to say that exactly, but he was recently called into question because he actually ran into the classic Liberal Party. Then once getting elected, he switched over to the Socialist Party.
Interesting.
So some people have called into question whether he should be allowed to stay. Stockholm just made their pick.
Yeah. Stockholm has taken Pierre Chambers, linebacker from Lincolnia Christian with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Jerusalem. So yeah, that's something that happened recently in GSLAM politics. I think it's still ongoing because of the elections and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yasno is currently safe in his current spot as president, but there is a few people coming out as running in the next presidential election. Since Yasno is on his last term, meaning he will not be running again, meaning we're going to have a new set of candidates.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can pull that up. Currently, classic liberal George Hawthorne is leading it to replace Yesno. Zachary Cross has put in another bid for the Progressive Party. He's put in a lot of bids and he's never won the election. He's a bit of a shady character, some say. Some people question how he got to be leader of the Progressive Party.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some lobbying.
Maybe. I don't know exactly how he ended up there, but even some progressives don't really support his tactics, but he still has enough support to gain the leadership of that party.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberty Party, John Chonder is looking to run for them. Esther Human, her last name is Human. It's a weird last name. She's running for the Socialist Party in place of Hohenzollern. I guess he never ran for president, but she's in the spot for the socialists.
Wait, and when are the elections?
I can't remember if they just finished or they're about to finish. They're happening either before or now. And Jerusalem has just made their pick.
Jerusalem has taken Rudolph Guerrero, running back from Lincolnia Tech, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is Malmo. But yes. So, did you say something before?
No.
What did I just answer a question of yours?
About the elections. When are they?
I'd have to look into it. I think, they're finishing up right around now, so they're happening now.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in Jesus Land, you haven't voted yet, go vote.
Yeah.
Southern Union Party, James Pearson is looking to lead that. Imperialist Party, Nathan P. Edwards III is looking for a presidential bid there. The Environmentalist Party, River Moon has put their name in. Jonathan LeBlanc for the Great Northern Party has put his name in. And J.P. Dawson of the Dixiecrat Party is putting his name in for president. But I guess he's not popular enough to become the leader of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of a controversial figure. And I forgot who else is also in bid for leader of that party, but he's putting his name in for president with that party. That should be those are the leaders right now. Obviously, there's other candidates. We're still working that out because the presidential election's not this year for Jesus Land. It's next year or in 1 or 2 years from now. This is the presidential elections for Jesus Land.
All right.
Malmo's just made their pick.
Yep. Malmo has taken Antonio Munoz, wide receiver from Lincolnia, C+.
Right.
Interesting that 4 picks in a row actually have been from 4 completely different universities in Lincolnia.
Weird. Anyway, Los Angeles is now on the clock. Speaking of Lincolnia, you're right. Yeah, and even if you think about that, Anchorage, Portland, and Portland are also in Lincolnia, just not Lincolnia branded universities.
So in fact, 6 in a row actually.
Yeah, 6 in a row came from that area, and then Oakland. If Bucharest wasn't taken by, if the guy from Bucharest wasn't taken by Seattle, and they took someone from Lincolnia, then you could have made it 8 because Tampa took a guy from Oakland.
Yeah.
Interesting there. So 6 in a row, almost 8 in a row, but there's one in between that didn't make it 8 in a row. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man.
In other politics, there's other political parties. Let me find that. Yes. For Nordo Germany, they have their moderate party, their Social Democratic Party, their Nordic Freedom Union Party, Progressive Russian Conservative Party.
I actually cannot remember who are the leaders of all these parties.
Me neither.
The moderate party was led by Sohn Axelson. I'm not sure if he's still leading or not.
Yeah, I think he's in there somewhere. German Militarist Party, Bolshev Party, and the Nordic Hardline Party. And in Israel, there is
I also forgot to mention the center group.
Oh, I completely forgot about them. In Israel, they have 3 parties. Looking around, they have the Monarchist Party, the Right Party, and the Left Party.
Mm-hmm.
Not as creative names there.
Not very creative.
Who is making their pick? Los Angeles.
Yeah, LA. They made their pick yet?
Yes, they've made it.
Sean Kaufman, defensive back from Saigon State with a C- ranking.
I believe Atlanta is next on the clock.
I believe so too. Yeah,
Atlanta.
Atlanta's.
So there's some politics for everybody if you want us to talk politics. Not real politics, but fake politics.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the closest you're going to get us to talk about real politics on here. What else? Now that we're done with politics, what else is there to talk about?
I'm trying to think of something.
All right, we'll take a look at the different things and see if anyone else is doing anything interesting. I guess, should we touch on that New England Civil War?
Sure, why not?
There's a local news report here. I'll just read this out. This is from, I can't tell who, but someone in the Federal Republic of Cascadia.
The most recent one?
The most recent report right here.
Yeah, that's from the Directorate of National Defense in Cascadia.
Interesting. We'll get into that right after this pick.
Right. Atlanta has taken Ian Haley, defensive lineman from Beijing, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is New Jerusalem City.
Yep.
Let's see. It says the Atlantic Federation Naval Forces have deployed the 9th Battle Group, headed by the AFFS Massachusetts fast battleship, to enforce a security perimeter around the search and rescue area for the destroyed SS Aquarius. The battleground expects to face heavy resistance by a Cascadian destroyer strike group, and as a result, requests international cooperation and assistance from international partners such as the GS Navy and Coast Guard to secure the area and conduct search and rescue operations.
Has the Jesus Land Navy and Coast Guard responded yet?
Not yet. The Jesus Land has actually stayed out of that civil war at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
but it does look like something happened recently that talked about Jesus Land. Oh, apparently Cascadia is or not Cascadia, the Atlantic Federation, the one going against Cascadia, is asking for membership in the True Entente.
Interesting. Interesting.
Maybe we'll see something happen with that.
Although I don't think it would be a good idea to accept a civil war torn nation into the alliance, at least for now. Like
Uh,
maybe wait till the civil war is over and then accept them in.
New Jerusalem City's just made their pick.
Yep, they have taken Red Shepherd, quarterback from Shanghai University, with a C ranking.
Next on the clock is St. Catherine. So I guess that's an interesting thing there. I feel like there was something else that they talked about. They said something about Jesus Land. I just can't find it. The war has gone nuclear.
Excuse me?
It says the Cascadian Civil War has gone nuclear.
Oh, wow.
That is something you think we'd know about earlier.
Yeah,
Well, I guess it pays to read the news.
I guess it does.
Oh, I guess. Okay, so I guess it was that if Jesus Land needs to filter their air because some of the nuclear stuff might go over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jesus Land authorities need to be paying more attention to that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, probably. That could have been bad if nobody called that.
Yeah, where is President Yesno? What is he doing?
I don't know. I haven't talked with him recently. The St. Catherine has just made their pick.
St. Catherine has taken August Jacobson, a linebacker from Wuhan State with a C- rank.
Next on the clock is Tombstone. Now that I think about it too, Springfield, they have a team in the league, and they're from the USA, like the new USA. They probably think about that too, considering that they're in that path.
Yeah,
I guess everyone in the with the American continent probably should pay more attention to Cascadia for a second, because something's going on up there.
yeah.
We didn't know all that was happening. Apparently they're just slaughtering each other over there. Interesting. Not a pretty topic over there in Cascadia. So I wonder if the New England team will be fit to play. Interesting idea there.
Mhm.
Possible that they don't end up doing it this year. Maybe that could be a factor. Maybe New England won't win because they're getting nuked.
Yeah, I think these rebels are getting slightly out of hand.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a weird conflict I just honestly completely ignored for a little bit there. Okay, that's probably a moment. Tombstone just made their pick.
Yeah, in Tombstone, has taken Ricky Barton, offensive lineman from Guangzhou Tech with a C rating.
Next on the clock is Madrid. Maybe we should do more segments like this where we look at what's going on in Cascadia, because apparently there's a lot happening we just didn't know about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Apparently we've not been paying attention when we probably should have been paying attention. Seems like a pretty big deal. I wonder, is that all that's going on in FWD? Did we just exhaust every topic available, or is there something else?
I'm trying to look.
I apologize for the dead air, people who I guess aren't watching the stream because, yeah, well, to be fair, there's nobody watching the stream. Soon enough, they might make their pick, so just be ready to announce it. And it looks like Madrid has made their pick. I'll announce that real quick then. Madrid has taken Jefferson O'Connell, offensive lineman from Chongqing University, C- rating. Arisdale is now on the clock. Oh, we've lost our co-host for a second. We will see Siegel later. He'll be back, he says. So don't worry about it. Siegel's okay. We will be back. He'll be back. I apologize. I don't know what else to talk about. I guess I can talk about a few players. We could talk about a few players in the league. I would talk about the players getting drafted, but I didn't pay attention to college football this year for them. So, oops. New England, they have Carl Anderson, brother of Dave Anderson on the New Jerusalem Brown Bears, the Anderson brothers. They play pretty good football, both all-stars. Pretty good thing there. I wonder if we'll see them face off against each other this year. I don't know, interesting idea there. Yeah, the only matchups I can guarantee are going to be the matchups between other teams. Yeah, I'm blanking at the moment on different things. I guess they've Arisdale's made their pick. They have taken Shane Velez, defensive lineman from San Francisco, C- rating. I can talk about Lions' Michael Monash. Interesting player there. Free safety for Lyon. Pretty good player. He's helped Lions' defense take it all the way, along with Casey Thames, linebacker, and Malosi Tawati. They have done a pretty good job at securing offenses down and taking the ball away. So watch out for Lyon this year. I know this isn't perfect. I think the last stream was a little bit better than this one. So I apologize. We are not doing the greatest job on this stream, but it is the 4th round, and we are running out of things to talk about. But it's almost over. You don't need to watch this stream, but I would hope you do, because, well, if you're watching this part of the stream, you've already watched it for a while, so this message doesn't get out to anyone who doesn't really care about it. But you know, if you're watching this and you're on this part, comment comment hot dog in the comments if you watched all the way here to the pick that has been made by Lyon. Yeah, speaking of Lyon, Quintin Ryan, offensive lineman, Cairo from C+. If you were here for Quintin Ryan being drafted, if you've watched all the way, either you're live now or you're just watching this later, just comment hot dog or go in the server and say hot dog. And I'll know that you saw at least this part of the stream. You saw Lyon drafting Quintin Ryan, offensive lineman from Cairo. So if you saw him get drafted, comment hot dog on the video or the Discord, and this applies to people who watch this afterwards. If you're watching this after this is live, this applies to you too, because that's probably when most people see it, because nobody's on right now. But if you watch this afterwards and you see it, comment hot dog, and I will know that you stayed around and watched all the way here. And you can comment hot dog in however other many videos you like. Even if it's just one person, comment hot dog, and I will know that you watched all the way here. You not only got to see Lyon draft Quintin Ryan, but you will get to see whoever Boise picks in just a second here. And it looks like they've made their pick. Boise has taken Rolando Norris, linebacker from Tampa University, C- rating. So you got to see him get drafted if you stayed all the way here. So I would say that's worth commenting hot dog. And if you wonder why hot dog, it's because I'm probably hungry. And I'm going to go get some food after this and then probably film a video. And I wonder how many people actually go back and watch this video. I doubt a lot of people, but some people. Some people will comment hot dog one day. And if you're watching this in the far future and there's a lot of people here or whatever, you can comment hot dog on newer videos. And maybe I assume I would be able to understand what you mean by that, because there's probably not going to be that many.
Okay, I'm back.
Sorry,
Sorry, something urgent came up.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, something urgent came up.
Oh, okay. We're about to see Sarajevo make their pick.
Okay. Sarajevo.
Just about to pick.
What a run they had last year.
Yeah, they had a pretty good run, led by quarterback Kevin Wilson and running back Dmitry Slivkin.
Yeah.
I would say it was a pretty fun time watching them play their games. You were on for all Sarajevo games.
Yeah, it was.
So you can tell from experience that, and it looks like they've just inputted their pick.
Yes, they've taken Hugh Hoover, defensive back from the West Bank, with a C- ranking.
And next on the clock is Dallas. So, we have
What?
any other news updates besides the Cascadia thing?
Um,
News. How old is the African news one? 722. Let's
haven't updated that in a while.
let's see. Islamic info. That's even further back. Nordic news. I don't even know if they've put anything on there. Same thing with INBC, CIN, Hot News, somewhat recent, World News, it's the Olympics. Pretty slow news cycle for the past few months. Unless you're in Cascadia, and I guess all hell has broken loose over there.
Yeah.
If you live in Cascadia, I mean, like, that's a bit of a confusing thing. But New England, that calls themselves Cascadia. Yeah, good luck. It seems Dallas just made their pick.
Right. Dallas has taken Steven Trujillo, linebacker from Porto Tech, with a C- ranking.
Next on the clock is Lisbon. So I don't know who. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we're almost at the last picks of the draft.
Yeah, we have 2 more picks.
Just got Lisbon's pick and then New Jerusalem's pick, and then the draft is over and we can get working on that schedule.
Yeah.
So everyone else, stay tuned and get excited for that. Also, if you see anybody comment hot dog, it's a reference to something I said just a few minutes ago.
What does that mean?
If you want to go back and watch it, it was while you were gone. Let me see. What's the timestamp of it? I'll get a timestamp.
Like, seriously, what does that even mean? What would that like, be a reference to?
It's around 6 minutes ago. So probably like 2:36, maybe, be the timestamp. Lisbon just made their pick.
Yeah, Lisbon has taken Dewey Palmer, running back from Toulouse Tech, with a C ranking.
And for the final pick on the board, New Jerusalem is on the clock.
Yep.
Will be the last player taken this draft. I think it was just I said, if you stuck around this long, comment hot dog, so that we'll know that you watched all the way to Lion's pick.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone comments hot dog, it means they watched almost the entire stream up to Lion picking. I don't know how many people will comment hot dog, maybe like one guy, but somebody probably will comment hot dog, I guess. Or in the Discord or in future videos or whatever. I bet somebody comments hot dog some point in the entire future of FWD.
Did you even say about hot dogs? I'm so confused.
Probably just because I was hungry, which is why I said comment hot dog. But yeah, that's So if you see anybody comment hot dog, that's what it means. It's just a throwaway line I said. Well, we've almost hit 3 hours once again.
Has the pick come in?
Yes, it has.
New Jerusalem has taken Gerald McKay, defensive back from Global Tech, with a C-minus ranking.
And with that, the draft has come to an end.
It's over.
That is the end of the draft. Thank you, everybody, for watching the draft or not watching. I guess because not many people watched, but thank you for watching at all. And yeah, that's the end of the thing. I'm tired. I'm gonna hit end stream now because I don't know how much more I can go on talking.
Yeah.
This has been the WFL Draft. Thanks for watching.